A new teaser for the Amazing Digital Circus has been released, bringing together all the adventures and also showing Caine himself. This teaser tells us a lot and hides some very interesting things behind it. Thanks to the new information, I can tell you exactly when the trailer will be released and what will actually happen in the 5th episode, but let's go through everything in order. First of all, we finally got to see Caine in the teaser. Before that, he didn't appear anywhere in the screenshots. There are also characters we've seen before in the teasers, but here we're shown Gangle in a dress and Zooble in some sort of outfit as well. But that's not all. We see flying corn, which means a farm adventure is likely coming. We also know that Jax really dislikes and fears her. That's why I think either episode 5 or 6 will have a farm adventure. Also, if you look at the teaser in detail, you can see the head of a character we have never seen before. I think it's the head of a new NPC who will appear in some sort of horror adventure. And the horror adventure will most likely be released closer to Halloween, which means it will be either the 7th or 8th episode. It is this fact that reveals to us the essence of the adventures and episodes, because I believe that this teaser is dedicated to several episodes at once. A new teaser for the Amazing Digital Circus has been released, which brings together all the adventures and also shows Caine himself. This teaser tells us a lot and hides behind some very interesting moments. Thanks to the new information, I can tell you exactly when the trailer will be released and what will actually happen in the 5th episode, but let's go through everything in order. Also, Caine appeared on this teaser, and it summarizes the whole adventure, so I think the new trailer will be released tomorrow, June 13th, where we will be shown a lot of new locations, NPCs, and of course, new adventures. But if the general trailer for several episodes will be released tomorrow, it's not a fact that the 5th episode will be released in 2 weeks. We may still have to wait. Also, another interesting detail. It turns out the lyrics to each adventure were in the person of Caine, because it's explicitly stated here. The only thing that's not very clear is where exactly Caine himself is, because he's looking at all these adventures through some kind of hole. But I guess we'll find out more about that tomorrow. Also, I have a few theories on the teasers you already know. If we look at the screenshot from the office, we see Pomni in an office worker suit and Kinger with a tie. Both are busy doing something, with Pomni looking very tired. Jax is also present in the teaser, but only his hand is seen holding a document. Ragatha, on the other hand, looks quite relaxed as she is smiling, wearing dark glasses and holding a huge stack of papers. It looks like Ragatha will be the one to take on the role of manager for the entire team in this office adventure. In episode 4, Ragatha already told Gangle that she thought she was the perfect candidate for the manager's job, though she was under the influence of dumb sauce at the time. In addition, Gangle herself was extremely disappointed with her performance in the position at the end of the episode, so Ragatha will be able to take her place in episode 5 without much of an obstacle. It's unlikely that anyone else will want to take on the role, except for Jax, but the other characters would probably prefer to see Ragatha in a leadership role. However, because of her insincerity and her desire not to offend anyone, Ragatha will have a hard time coping with office work. Conflicts between the characters will not be avoided. Gradually, Ragatha will begin to snap and become abrupt. Besides, judging by Pomni's tired look, Ragatha won't be able to distribute her duties properly. She doesn't trust Jax and doubts Kinger, so she tries to give them minimum tasks so that they don't make trouble. As a result, the main load falls on Pomni, Zooble, and Gangle. Ragatha sees Pomni as her most reliable assistant and almost best friend. As a result, the tension between Ragatha and Pomni grows, and they have to talk frankly about something that has long been put off. With Pomni's help, Zooble and Gangle are able to explain to Ragatha that they don't need polite phrases and attempts to smooth things over. It's much more important to them that Ragatha be honest with them and say what she really thinks. Through this conversation, Ragatha, Pomni, Zooble, and Gangle will be able to reconcile and complete their adventure together. By the way, while everyone is actively discussing the Wacky Watch website update and Glitch's new Twitter posts, Digital Circus fans have all but forgotten about Gooseworks' Tumblr. There, Gooseworks posted a screenshot of Kinger staring wide-eyed at something in a dark room. I think the action takes place in the same location, where all the main characters, along with the mysterious figure, are in a room with bright white lighting. In the screenshot from Tumblr, you can notice that the walls of this room have a blue tint to them. This could be a hint that the characters have entered the room beyond the map, which I've talked about in my earlier theories. I'm referring to that strange space that Pomni and Gummigoo find themselves in after a truck chase in episode 2. Everything is collected there, items and NPCs from the current adventure. Also, I have a guess as to why Kinger looks so surprised. To figure it out, Let's take a look at an image from the office on the Wacky Watch website. The caption summarizes how each of the characters handles the office routine. At the very end it says, Kinger has yet again summoned the A4 paper demon from the 9th circle of hell. I'm not sure if this description should be taken literally or if it's directly related to the office location. But, in my opinion, this phrase may refer to the darkroom shots. The mysterious figure could very well turn out to be the very demon or some other monster that caused Kinger to freak out. I also have a theory about Episode 6. We know that the events will unfold in the savannah, but it's still unclear who will be the enemy for the main characters. The only hint is the information that Jax will hunt some endangered species of animals. Meanwhile, in the world of Digital Circus, we already know one endangered species, jelly crocodiles. They are the ones who inhabit the village where Gummy Goo and his friends Max and Chad are from. Their species is on the verge of extinction due to an unknown disease, which is why Gummy Goo once robbed the Candy Kingdom to steal maple syrup. According to him, the syrup has the power to cure crocodiles of all diseases. If Jax does indeed hunt crocodiles, the heroes will meet Gummy Goo again, and possibly his mother as well. This meeting does not promise to be easy. According to Gummy Goo himself, his mother is an experienced warrior. It was she who taught him everything he knows how to do. It's worth remembering that even a truck chase with Gummy Goo himself proved to be a challenge for the team. I'm assuming that the village of jelly crocodiles will be done in the style of a western. In that case, Gummy Goo's mother may well be something of a cowboy, a story that put Kinger into a trance because it reminds him of his abstracted wife. Aside from that, this detail is reminiscent of the design of another monster from Roblox. I mean, Pandemonium from Pressure. In the next scene, Pomni and Kinger climb into an old elevator car to escape Angel, but the elevator takes them down instead of up. Fans have differing opinions on what this scene refers to. The first theory is that Glitch made a reference to the 6th episode of Murder Drones. There was a scene in which the main characters try to escape using a broken elevator, but, just like in the 3rd episode of Digital Circus, it didn't result in success. Many people are of the opinion that the similarities between Episode 3 and Roblox are a coincidence, but I think there are too many of them. The second theory is that this scene is a reference to the Doors' first floor final. The character thinks he's saved in the elevator. Unfortunately, a monster attacks the elevator and they start falling. When the elevator drops in the basement of Manor, Pomni and Kinger roll out of it and fall to the floor. I'm pretty sure this scene was inspired by a similar scene from the 7th episode of Murder Drones. In that scene, the main characters also fell out of the elevator with their faces on the floor. Nejaha, one of the members of the developers team, have published on his YouTube channel a video with the storyboards of Episode 3 he has done. In the bonus materials, he shared that he put too much energy into this scene from Liam Vickers, the creator of Murder Drones. In the basement, Pomni and Kinger find the corpse of Baron Mildenhall. I think this corpse is one big reference to Five Nights at Freddy's. The pose of this corpse is very similar to the pose that animatronic Golden Freddy has always been in. The body of Baron Mildenhall has long since begun to rot. It looks like it has no internal organs, like eyes, and its skin has turned purple. My theory is that this is a reference to the character Michael Afton. The next scene I want to break down is the scene where Angel's body appears from a dark passage and attacks Pomni and Kinger. In his behind-the-scenes video, Nejaha says that he originally wanted this scene to reference the Chainsaw Man shot by Curie Liu. For me personally, this scene is very similar to the attack of Samara Morgan from the Ring movie. The most famous scene from Episode 3 was the one where Pomni's body is taken over by ghosts. This scene also has similarities to the 7th episode of Murder Drones. Uzi's body was taken under control, just like Pomni's. Also similar is the moment where N helps Uzi regain consciousness, and a similar moment with Pomni and Kinger. Again, we have many options as to what the design of the possessed Pomni was inspired by. Many fans have noted the similarity of her eyes to Piggy from Roblox, but I've noticed a few other animated series that this scene could have been inspired by. In the Sonic X show, when Amy Rose was haunted, her eyes and teeth looked very similar to those of the possessed Pomni. There's also a Halloween-themed show on YouTube from another famous animator, Senior Pello. It's called Spooky Month. What are your thoughts on it? What adventures will be in each episode? What will tomorrow's trailer be about? Write your thoughts and theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. Also, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Good luck everyone, and bye-bye.